And I think Ian already said that the Minister of Durko is out of her depth when it comes to rural affairs, but we are concerned that she might also be out of her depth when it comes to foreign affairs, because what we've learned in the time that AfriForum has been operating is that foreign governments are extremely well informed. We also provide the results of our information gathering campaigns and of our research with them. And we regularly will have campaigns where we inform foreign governments or opinion makers about facts in South Africa. But we always find that they are well informed. So if we had been feeding them with unsubstantiated facts or with lies, as the Minister said, then they definitely would have ignored us. We wouldn't have been given any follow-up opportunities to present them with information. The fact that Minister Sisulu and the government makes misplaced efforts to portray the threat that is posed by expropriation of land without compensation and by farm murders as false to the international community means that AfriForum will now have to intensify our campaign in this regard. Our campaign already entails that South Africans are requested to sign our petition that is up on our website. You can find it there in Afrikaans and in English. This campaign has already sparked a huge response. We found that within less than a week, more than 33,000 people have signed this campaign. They've added their names to this petition to ask foreign governments and international investors to apply pressure to the South African government to abandon plans to abolish property rights and also to pay attention to farm attacks and farm murders in South Africa. Our intention is to hand this petition to embassies of South Africa's main trading partners in South Africa. We also intend to speak to chambers of commerce, to international investors, to international media, and also to any other organization that has to do with investment in South Africa, to sensitize them to the plans that are in progress. I've just read that Mr. Dondo Mugoyani, the Treasury DG of South Africa, is embarking on a roadshow to reassure investors that when it comes to expropriation without compensation, a legal manner in line with the Constitution will be followed, as he says. But once again, we feel this is no reassurance as the Constitution is about to be changed. So we would just like to make sure that that fact is also once again brought to the attention of organizations, and this may even include visiting the World Economic Forum in Davos if necessary. The international media will also be kept up to date on developments regarding farm murders, property rights, and other crucial issues in South Africa. And we also intend to send delegations by AfriForum to Australia, Europe, and the USA to inform government, media, opinion makers, civil society organizations, as well as international institutions and investors about the situation in the country. In addition to international pressure, AfriForum will also make local submission to the parliamentary committee appointed to amend the Constitution. In line also with the statement by Minister Sisulu that we are spreading lies and panic, even without our involvement, we've seen that over the past few weeks there has been a huge international interest in these issues. For example, the Foreign Agricultural Service of the USA have voiced concerns about a decrease in production that may result from expropriation. They've also said that the mere mention of expropriation without compensation will create uncertainty that will have a lasting effect on agriculture in southern Africa for a very long time. We see other opinion makers like Laurent Mozart, who is a very prominent Luxembourg politician, voicing his concerns about this. That was on the 14th of March. On the 13th of March, the Belgian government and the ruling party, the New Vlaamse Alliantie, organized information session and seminar in the parliament on farm murders and expropriation in South Africa. And even today, former Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott said that if any community had been targeted by crime, like he sees the South African farming community is being targeted, it would have been declared a national crisis in Australia. So he is also adding his support to Peter Dutton's statements. We hope that, well, obviously we have hit a nerve when we released statements and when Peter Dutton released his statements earlier last week. But we hope that the international community will continue taking note of what is happening, and we intend to keep them informed.